Hi and Assalamualaikum everyone. Welcome to Study Smart Not Hard. I'm Aisha.
Hi everyone, and I'm Noreen. So for today, we will be talking about study tip, productivity hacks, and surprise! We will sneak in some English grammar for today.
And we are not doing this alone. We have three awesome guests with us today. Welcome Maizatul, Sharina, and Nabika.
Hi, I'm excited to be here.
Hello everyone, I'm Sharina.
Hi, I'm Neha. Thanks for having us as your guest today.
So while we talk about real strategies, we also will hear examples of tenses, modal verb, clauses, infinitives, and many more. So let's get started.
Let's start simple. Mazato, how do you study your daily?
Thank you for the question, Noreen. Actually, I usually wake up early and review what I studied the day before. And last night, I revised educational sociology notes and solved past papers. And right now, I am preparing for my grammar test that will be next week.
Great, see how she used different tenses depending on time, present for routines, past for yesterday, and continuous for now.
What about you, Sharina? What you have been doing to prepare?
I have been using the Pomodoro method lately and I have completed 2 topics already.
Love it! Past action with present result, that perfect tense in action. Let's move on to our second segment for today, which is productivity tools.
Wow, this is my favorite segment. So let's start our talk tours with our QT members, Nabiha. Nabiha, what helped you to stay focused?
Oh, what helps me to stay focused is actually I keep using apps like Forest. It really helps me to stay focused actually. But sometimes we as a student we always get distracted by a lot of things. So there's also an app to keep us from distraction, and that is the way I avoid to get distracted. So this app that I use every day to avoid all those distraction is called Notion.
Wow, Nabiha, I never heard about the app called Forest before.
Sometimes I tell myself what I need is a schedule. That's a noun clause. What I need. It works like a noun in the sentence. I also have a planner which was designed for students like us. It is suitable for university students, for high school students. So it's a good planner.
Wow, good example. And if I don't write things down, I will forget. That is a first conditional.
Yeah, if I had known about Forest earlier, I would have used it. It really helps me a lot.
That's great, Sharina.
Hmm, motivation can be hard. Nabiha, what keeps you going on?
I always remind myself why I started. And I tell myself again, if I want to succeed, I have to be disciplined. But sometimes I need to rest. I should rest, but I keep studying.
Yeah, we all do that, but remember, if you don't rest, you might burn out.
I agree with you, Aisha. It is important to listen to our body. Also, did you know taking breaks can increase our productivity too?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yes, actually, me too.
Voila! Now next segment 4. Let's talk about method at work. How about you, Masato?
I love teaching others. Explaining things actually helps me to remember. Also, I record myself reading notes sometimes, and I also talk to the mirror. Then I listen when I'm walking or jogging. Multitasking. I also use a recording app that automatically saves everything I say.
That's actually a smart approach, Nabiha. Teaching others is one of the best ways to reinforce your own understanding. And recording yourself did an extra layer of engagement. Listening to notes while working or jogging is such an efficient way to use your time, and it's also a great multitasking strategy. Talking to the mirror actually can help you to build confidence, and it also can makes learning more active and efficient. And you said you're using an app to save everything you say. That's a genius move for keeping track of ideas. You have created a learning system that really works for you. Keep it up, Nabiha.
I also quiz myself. I ask, what did I just read?
And if you study in a group, you can test each other. But sometimes studying alone is preferred. But group works helps too.
That's correct, Nabiha. Let's be real. Studying isn't smooth. What makes it hard for you? Anyone?
Distractions are my biggest challenge. I live in a house that gets noisy on weekend morning and also evening. But I always try my best to stay focused. And sometimes I go to the library to study because I don't want any distractions or any noise that will be a distraction for me to stay focused.
Yeah, I often lose focus actually. One thing that actually helps me a lot is use noises like cancelling headphone.
Wow, that's a good tip. We all face obstacles, but finding what works for you is the key, okay?
Sometimes I get overwhelmed by all topics. I make a list that breaks everything into small steps. It feels more manageable that way.
Nice. That's where routines and tools come in, just like we talked about it earlier.
Okay, guys, before we wrap up, let's get real. Studying can be stressful, right? So, what's something you tell yourself to stay positive? Can you tell me about it?
I remind myself that effort matters more than perfection. Even I don't get everything right, I do keep learning.
One of my favorite quotes that I live by is progress, not perfection, because it reminds me that making small, consistent improvements is way more important than wanna be perfect or flawless, because we cannot expect a progress as perfection because it's two different things. So I live by that quotes until today.
I focus on goals. I have a vision board which shows my future dream job. It keeps me motivated.
That's beautiful. To everyone listening this, you are not alone. We all struggle, but what matters is that you keep going.
And don't give up fighting, guys!
Alright, time's almost up. So what's your best final tips? Anyone?
Me, plan your day. Use a checklist and you should know what to do before starting.
My tip of studying is to start small, like studying for 10 to 15 minutes is better than not studying at all.
If I don't feel motivated, I'll do something simple, like reviewing flashcards.
Wow, beautiful request. A grammar lighting and round recap. Here we what you used to do.
Thank you everyone for joining us today. That was prepared with study tips and grammar.
Most welcome, Aisha. I feel so honored to be your guest today.
Shout out to our beautiful members, Maizatul, Nabiha, and also Sharina, for being our amazing guests for today. So, bye everyone!
Bye.
Good luck in your studying.
A few moments later.